Update 1 on Tropical Storm Nepartak, located in the Western Pacific with winds of 50 miles per hour and a pressure of 989 millibars. Moving west-northwest at 16 miles per hour, the storm is expected to become a significant typhoon and of course is the first tropical cyclone of the Western Pacific all year. It's at 10.8 degrees north, 142.9 degrees east as of 9 PM UTC on July the 3rd. And the storm is expected to continue that general northwesterly movement over the course of the next 5 days, which means bad news potentially for Taiwan, the southernmost Japanese islands, and the eastern coast of China. The track isn't yet certain by any means, but that is the likely scenario, that the storm will move towards that location. Little hints that it might recurve just before striking Taiwan, but certainly watch out if you're in Taiwan, definitely. This is what the radius of warnings would look like. There were warnings in effect for the tiny Micronesian islands, but they've been lifted. There's still watches in effect, but looking over the next few days, this is what we're expecting of the storm as it propels itself towards Taiwan, the southernmost Japanese islands, Miyakojima and the Ayama Islands, and towards the eastern coast of China. There it is by Thursday, Friday. It may still be a significant typhoon by the time it heads towards that way. Let's take a look at the conditions then. The sea surface temperature is very warm, 29 to 30 degrees Celsius, virtually an ocean of warm water ahead of it. Is never going to run out of fuel until it gets to, well, the same latitude as Shanghai pretty much, and beyond. So until then, 5 or 6 days, it's going to have fantastic sea surface temperatures. Wind shear not looking too bad ahead of the storm. Right now it's a little bit iffy, especially when you look towards the storm's northeast, but it's going to get better for Nepartak as time goes on. The water vapor imagery, you can see it is surrounded by a huge mass of moist conditions. There is no dry air to speak of anywhere in the Western Pacific at this time. So let's focus in on the actual storm itself, closer in here on the floater imagery from the Himawari 8 satellite. You can see how the storm's been, well, it's got a little central area there that's clear. It's not an eye, not yet anyway, but that could possibly be where one forms in the near future. But right now the system appears to be getting its act together. You can see Guam just to the north of the system. Don't think it's going to have too much of an issue over in Guam. A little bit of rainfall, I would say, as the storm moves towards the northwest, though a more northward jog is not to be ruled out. There it is as well, and as we zoom out here and pan out to the whole Western Pacific picture, you can see there's a few little tropical disturbances down there and not much else to the north of the system, but at the moment it's looking pretty good for Nepartak as it moves towards the northwest, of course ending a massive quiet spell that we've had in the Western Pacific in the last 199 days, which was the last time we had a storm in the West Pacific. Looking at 2016 compared, 23 tropical storms have formed so far this year, 11 Category 1 storms and 5 Category 3s. Now that 23 tropical storms is actually the lowest we've ever seen for this calendar date, compared to other years getting to this same point in time, at least in the contemporary record. So 2016 not doing so well. It's catching up slowly with the latest developments. And this is the West Pacific longest tropical storm gaps. You can see the contemporary record there, which is generally agreed to go back to 1950. Just a quarter of a day shy of 1997-98's record, but still some way off 1916-17, which was 224 days, but that was a hell of a long time ago, 99 years. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website, force13.com, with its forum, and you can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, search Force 13, all in text. You can also add Fool13 on Skype for tropical weather chat, that's FOOL13, to discuss tropics at any time, if that's the way you prefer to communicate. Of course, we have all these outlets for your own convenience, and of course we'll have our next update on Nepartak coming up in a few hours time, but it may well be tomorrow. That's all for now.